I am Curran Bhatia here with Britton Hardin, who is the head of boxing in North America for DAZN, and it's a very exciting time for DAZN. This is the official launch press conference for Top Rank and DAZN. So Britton, let me ask you this. A couple of years ago, I don't think anyone would have thought to see those two logos together, Top Rank and DAZN. How did it all come together?
Well, to be honest with you, it's a deal that DAZN has had their eye on for a very long time. The idea to be the home of boxing, to consolidate the sport and be able to tell linear stories is something that is very important to DAZN, and it's important to the broader boxing fan. And if you're going to serve the boxing fan, you have to listen to them. And so that was one of the things that was, one of the chips that needed to fall for us to be successful.
Speaking of listening to the boxing fan, I feel like everyone hearing this partnership immediately thought, well, now some of these big matchups that we want, that, fighters were on different sides of the street. A lot of them are on this side of the street with DAZN. So is that accurate? Will we be able to get more fights coming together that we want to see now that Top Rank is on DAZN?
That's the idea. That's the goal, to be able to tell linear stories, be it in the ring, be it outside of the ring, to create an ecosystem in the sport that make fans gravitate towards it, right? Basketball, baseball, football, every other sport, you can tell linear stories. The best have to fight the best. And that's the idea with, this partnership coming together amongst some of the other promoters that we have in the DAZN roster.
And I know they said on this press conference, there's more to come, right? They're going to pour gasoline on this fire. So we know it's a multi-year deal, a multi-event deal, and it sounded like, at least on DAZN platform, the goal is to have a fight in America. I know you're representing North America here in terms of head of boxing, a fight in North America every Saturday. Is that the long-term goal here with DAZN?
That's a long-term goal. That's a long-term strategy. A lot of things have to come together for us to be able to do that. It's a lot of hard work, but it's exciting. Boxing is exciting. That's what the fans want. And again, there's a lot of inventory, meaning there's a lot of fighters who need fights and need dates. And there's a lot of dates in the year for us to be able to feel that inventory. So we're trying to make it happen. Yeah.
Trying to make it happen. And finally, I know you've been in this game for such a long time in many different iterations. You've been a lifer here in boxing with your work with fighters and marketing, with OTX, now DAZN. I feel like in a way, boxing is a lot like life. You have to evolve or die. And we talked about it would have been unfathomable years ago to see Top Rank on DAZN, but that's now the new era, and it's serving fans, giving them the fights they want on a consistent basis. So it's what we want to see. It's been a little bit like your career. You got to evolve, die, move, and make things happen. So where does this partnership and this moment and everything you're doing now with DAZN rank for you in your career?
Oh man, this is top tier. This is top of the top for me. I've been a manager, I've been in media, I've been a promoter, now a television executive with a focus on boxing, with a focus on fighters and linear storytelling. This is all of my passions coming together. And one thing that I will say, one thing I'll say about myself is I really appreciate my work product. Meaning I'm going to put my all into it, and I listen to the audience, I listen to fans, I listen to, my friends who would be detractors of the sport, and I apply all of that at different eras of my career to try to produce the best product that, the layman who didn't know anything about boxing would want to watch, appreciate, or consume. So I'm going to do that here. And DAZN has given me a lot of resource and a lot of rope to be able to get those things done. So, again, man, like you said, you have to learn how to evolve in this sport to stay relevant. I've tried to do that by not thinking as a fan, but thinking as a consumer. And I'm going to continue to do that.
Well, the next step in your journey is leading North America for DAZN and now Top Rank as part of this stable. So it's an exciting time. Britton Hardin, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.